Hi everyone, it's Nancy, and I have been away for vacation, but I thought I would come back and make some beautiful stationery using the Spellbinders Betterpress system, and we have some new Betterpress Letterpress plates, and I thought I would make some things and talk through some frequently asked questions. So the first thing I'm doing is I like to use the Betterpress 8.5 by 11 cotton panels. This is the porcelain. There's 3 different colors. There's a gray. This is the white, or what they call the white. And then there is a taupe color, or a bisque color. So this is the porcelain. And I get the 8.5 by 11. This is 118 pounds. They have a super thick, like 220 pound. But this is what I get, and then I cut it down into panels. So this is where I'm starting. I'm using the amazing trimmer. If you are looking for a new trimmer, this trimmer is really nice because not only can you cut your panels down very nicely, it has a ruler on there, but you can also score your cardstock. So I'm just cutting these down to 5.5 by 4.25. So, first things first is the number one question I get asked is, do I need a Betterpress Letterpress system? No, you do not need a Betterpress Letterpress system. Is it nice? It's very nice because one of the things you can do is obviously get this letterpress look. And what letterpress does is it imprints like ink, almost like stamping, but it gives a impression. So it presses down. This is very soft cotton paper, almost like watercolor paper. So it's a very soft cotton paper, and it gives an impression. So it presses down as it presses in. So similar to stamping, but because this is a very soft paper, I've cut these down to 5.5 by 4.25. It gives an impression. So it gives a very elegant kind of look. So think stamping, but elevated a little bit. If you're somebody who is thinking about foiling, the letterpress plates can also be used for foiling. So that brings me to my second question is, I have some old Glimmer plates, and I want to show you the 3 different types of packaging here. So this is the old Spellbinders packaging, which is teal and white. And on the back here, it says foil transfer letterpress, okay? So that's the old packaging. Then they went to this white packaging. So this also says Glimmer Hot foil system. And it also says foil transfer dash letterpress. And then this is the new letterpress packaging, Spellbinders Betterpress Letterpress system, okay? And it says Betterpress Letterpress system required. So what I want you to understand is, this verbiage on these foil transfer letterpress, these are the Glimmer system. Glimmer. This is for the hot foiling system. And you'll notice that these are gold and they're flat. Okay, so when you see these, this one has dies. So dies will cut out your image. And dies have a thin raised area. So this is a die, and what a die is going to do is it's going to cut out your image, okay? So the metal here is raised, and what that is going to do is it's going to run through your die cutting system, and it's going to cut out. So this is going to press down and cut out your paper, okay? The hot foil system is going to press into your foil, and using heat, it's going to press into the foil. See how that's flat? And it's going to hot foil. So using your Glimmer, Go Press and Foil, or Foil Press system, it's going to hot foil, okay? So this is not going to cut anything out, but it's going to hot foil. Now, Spellbinders has made it very clear you should not letterpress these. So the confusion is why does this say letterpress? Because you can letterpress these without the Betterpress using the rubber shim. So they have an old-fashioned rubber shim, and I have a video showing how you can use their rubber shim. This is the rubber shim that they used to have. And before they came out with their letterpress system, This is their Betterpress Letterpress system. You use this rubber shim and you can letterpress, okay? But they do not want you using these glimmer plates because of the thickness of them in this Betterpress system. So if you want to use this Betterpress system, you want to use these Betterpress plates, okay? So these Betterpress plates that specifically say Betterpress Letterpress plates go with this Betterpress system. These older ones that say Letterpress, foil transfer letterpress, okay? You can letterpress these using the old rubber shim, okay? So that's why they say that. They are changing their verbiage on these now, so that they say glimmer not to be used with the Betterpress system, but that is the confusion a lot of people are saying. So these are to be used with the Glimmer Hot foiling system. Glimmer Hot foiling, not to be used in the Betterpress system. But if you want to be Betterpressing with the new Betterpress system, you want to specifically see the words Betterpress. These, however, serve a dual purpose. You can hot foil these. These are very thin, and you can see they are flat. So not only can you ink these, but you can foil these. So this is the future of, the product line, is you can ink these and you can foil these. So let's talk about the new product I'm going to show you guys today. And they're new, but not new. They're kind of revamped. You guys have probably heard of Anthony Scribe. Anthony, many years ago, came out with these beautiful glimmer plates, and I have one here. This was a glimmer plate, and you can see that beautiful. You guys look up videos on him. I remember watching him. I think he did buildings, like he would do calligraphy and he would teach calligraphy classes. But this is one of the spellbinders. I think it's discontinued now. Spellbinders glimmer plates. So again, we can hot foil this. We cannot use the Betterpress system. But this said, congratulations. Well, now you guys can Betterpress this. So this is the release. This came out on March 10th. Again, I was on vacation. But so we have this whole set now that you guys can pick up of these beautiful calligraphy Betterpress plates, and you can use them in the new Betterpress Letterpress system, but you can also hot foil them in the glimmer system. So let me show them to you. So we have thank you, thinking of you, miss you, hello, happy birthday, and we have congratulations. So they kept the old style, but now instead of only being able to glimmer it, we can now Betterpress it, and we can also glimmer it. So if you missed out on the old style, you can now get it so you can use it. And I want to show you the size difference. I believe the size is much more. This is kind of big. Like, if you were doing here is that 5.5 by 4.25 card I showed you. If you wanted to do it, it's not going to fit this way. I mean, it would fit this way, but again, it kind of takes up that whole card. So let's see now in the new size comparison, and they added a little flourish to it. But now we can use it for letter pressing and glimmering. So I like the new letterpress system. So when people say to me, do I need it? I kind of go, you don't need it, but now that we can glimmer with it, they made the size a little more dainty and added this little flourish. So you can see now, size-wise, it's about the same size by adding that flourish, but the font is a little smaller. So still can't fit it across that way, but we can fit it this way. But I think it's great if you don't have, I don't think this is available anymore. I do believe this is now retired. But now we can foil this with the glimmer, or we can letterpress it. So I'm going to demonstrate all of these in the Betterpress system. And if you guys want to see it glimmered, maybe I'll do another video later glimmering it. But let's get this out. So what is in the Betterpress system? So you know what's great about this, you guys? You don't need anything special. You don't need any heat or anything. Once you purchase the Betterpress system, it comes with the Betterpress platform. And what's neat about this is basically these special kind of magnetic hinges here. Okay, and it comes with a couple of these shims depending on what kind of die cutting system you're using. Now, I'm using the Spellbinders Platinum system, but you can use your Big Shot. You know, I've heard people use the new Switch, but there's a whole list of machines you can use. You do not use the Gemini electronic system. I think people have used the Vagabond, but there's a whole list on the Spellbinders website. But these are spring-loaded magnetic little things. There's 3 of these little shims. I'm going to use 2 in my machine. That works best. And this little guy, he's magnetic, so he's going to hold everything. And I put a little piece of press and seal. That was a suggestion by one of my subscribers, Mary. So a little piece of press and seal to kind of keep everything clean. You can buy replacements of these. He's going to get a little inky and dirty. That's okay. And all you're going to do is you're going to take the little plates. These are super light and easy to clean, and there's little boxes there if you want to do an A2 size card or an A7 card, and you're just going to line that out. Now, one of the hacks that I came up with early on is this is your top plate. Okay, and again, you can see there's little metal things that's going to hold them in place so that it snaps on and it's spring loaded before you load it. Okay, remember I've cut this cardstock down to 5.5 by 4.25, which is A2 size, which is the size I usually use. Now, any pigment inks will work. Right now, Spellbinders has 24 colors of ink. You do get black with the system, but you can use any pigment inks will work. I love using any other, companies. Shimmer inks look really great. Tim Holtz Distress inks don't work so well, but the Distress Oxide inks work really well. But any pigment inks, use what you have. Archival inks work great. The smaller ink pads are the ones I recommend because they're easy to hold. Bigger ink pads tend to leave ink on the outside, and then you have to do a little bit of cleanup work. This is the Archival Ink tin, which Spellbinders sells to store your inks. But these are the Betterpress inks. They do sell reinkers, which I do recommend, again, because of the smaller size, and they are always coming out with new inks. But use the inks that you have. Experiment. You don't have to use these particular inks, but they do come in handy. Okay, so you move those aside. As far as paper goes, you want a soft paper. Use any color paper you have, but if you want that impression, you want to use a soft paper. Now, as far as my little hack goes that I came out with day one, they recommend putting a little piece of tape in the corners to hold your paper down. I use the Sizzix Sticky Grid. Now, this is a temporary. They sell a permanent and temporary. You want the temporary, okay, which is the pink one here. And if you use this, this will hold up for about 5 passes. But what this does is it holds our paper in place without having to use tape. And I like this little hack that I came up with. It leaves a little bit of a sticky residue, but that's okay. It's easy to clean up. Doesn't hurt anything. But now I don't have to cut any tape or worry about. And I just put it so I can still see my little guidelines on where my paper should be. Okay, it's temporary. It's like a little piece of masking tape. It's double-sided. Now I can take my soft paper, and you can use watercolor paper. I like using black watercolor paper. You just want to make sure it's a soft cotton paper. And I line that up with my little corner grid lines there, so I know that when I line this up. Okay, another tip I have is to make sure that this Betterpress wording at the bottom is always at the bottom here. Because if you put this upside down, up at the top here, it's not going to line up correctly. So always make sure this Betterpress word, it does not matter if this is flipped backwards or not, just make sure the word Betterpress is at the bottom, okay? All right, so now we're going to generously ink up our plate here. And let's see, for congratulations, let's do a nice bright blue. We have graduation season coming up, and my son's graduating class colors are red and black, so we're going to do red. We're going to do strawberry. Can't believe I have a kid graduating high school this year. Oh boy. It's a little overwhelming. I think more for me than it is for him. Okay. Now, I have a little bit of ink on my press and seal. You do want to clean up any excess ink because that will sometimes smush over onto your paper. I just want to wipe that up. Okay. Now we're going to gently just press, not press, but set that onto the magnetics. We do not want to press down. Now I'm just going to slide that over while I bring my die cutting system in. And again, I'm using the Platinum system. This is the black one that's over at scrapbook.com, but use your most common used die cutting systems. And I'm going to grab this by the handle, again, not pressing on the lid. I just have it by the handle. And we're just going to gently roll that through, pass it through slowly, one time only. If you feel that you have too much pressure, you need to remove some of those shims that are underneath. As we pass that through, we're going to grab it from the bottom. Again, not pressing down on anything on the top. Carefully lift that lid, and voila, we have that faux calligraphy look that we didn't do any calligraphy. And I collect calligraphy pens, you guys, and I didn't do anything. And then I'm just going to use my little spatula to lift that from my tape there. Look at that. Isn't that nice? We totally cheated. And it has this impression into the paper. Now we can clean that up. Now, a hack that I learned from my friend Simon Hurley, is you take the glimmer magnet. We can totally just use some stamp cleaner. Spray that. Oops. And just wipe that down with a towel. But they have that glimmer magnet. Grab that and slide that right off. That one's a little big, but there we go. Okay, let's move on to the next one. And we're just gonna do each one and see what they look like here. Let's do that happy birthday. Now I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek here. Something new that's coming out for next month is a DIY ink pad. So for next month, these aren't available yet, but they're coming out April. This is a DIY full-size Betterpress ink pad, and I like doing the pink, yellow, blue, so I'll be able to put the reinkers in here and do pink, yellow, blue. And I think this is going to be great for like the happy birthday, to do a fun, festive, make my own, and a full-size black. This is great. A full-size black Betterpress ink pad for the big backgrounds. So be prepared. These are coming out April 10th, you guys. So you just got a sneak peek of new things coming. So you know. All right, so this one's happy birthday. We're going to go up and down with this one. And let's pick another fun color. I'm going to put my paper in my background. Again, lining it up with those corners. And let's do Azure. Fun color. And I just use the grid lines to make sure that I am straight again. And you can do these on fun backgrounds that you've already letterpressed. Spellbinders is every month launching new Betterpress backgrounds and plates. I'm just showing you guys how easy it is to do this faux calligraphy look. And again, remember, you don't have to Betterpress these. You can glimmer these. So if you don't have a Betterpress, you don't want to invest in a Betterpress, but you do have a glimmer system, a Go Press and Foil system, a foil, any kind of hot foiling system, okay, which uses hot foil plates, not the Mink, not the Fuse system, a hot foiling system. You can use these plates, you guys. Okay, so now I've inked that up. I want to clean up my excess ink. Oops. And if you haven't joined Betterpress of the Month, I highly recommend that. That is quite a value because the Betterpress of the Month is going to give you a new limited edition plate every month. And they have been selling out pretty quickly. Oh, so beautiful. That is gorgeous. Look how elegant that is. Now see that one, I want you guys to see what happened there. See how that cut through my paper a little bit? This is how soft this paper is. See how that cut through my paper a little bit? So I should probably remove one of my shims. So if that happens to you, take one of these shims out. So that's why these shims are here, because if that means that my paper is very soft. Now it's not going to hurt once I mount it on a card, but I don't want that to happen. So I'm removing one of those shims. Let's move on to the next one here. Mary's idea of using the Go Press and Foil. I mean, press and seal, not Go Press and Foil. Press and seal, good idea. Okay, this one's a pretty simple one. This one is just hello. And we can go either way, but I think we'll go like this. Let me grab so this is last month's Betterpress of the Month. Well, this month's Betterpress of the Month. So look at this beautiful border. So as I said, you can get, look at this border. Look at that. Look at how beautifully that fits in there. Let me do, can I take that out of there? There we go. Let's do the flowers and then let's do, see? Now we're talking. I'm going to do the flowers in Tiger, which is another new color. Just got released. And for those of you who got the monograms, think of how beautiful that would be. You have wedding season coming up. How about it if you did like thank you with the monograms? Oh, stunning. You know, we really need to get back to handwritten note cards. Emails are so informal. Nobody wants to read emails anymore. So handwritten cards like this, we don't have time to do calligraphy classes. Okay, now let's do this, and then we'll come back and we'll do the hello. So I'm going to do this as a 2-pass instead of 1-pass. So I'm going to do this because I don't want to mess up my color. So this is using the March Betterpress of the Month Club. Oh, look at that color. So pretty. I'm going to leave that on there. Now I'm going to put my hello in the middle. So pretty, nice and scripty. Now I'm going to gently take my border off. I'll try to take it off. It's kind of... Okay. And I feel like I need to go bright green. We're going to go in with some leaf. And these plates really take ink nicely. That's what's the special design about them, is they are designed to really hold on to that ink. Now, sometimes the first time you do them, they might bead up just because they're brand new. It's just like stamps, but afterwards, they really hold on to that ink nicely. They foil beautifully. They're just really, really nice system. Okay. Wow. Oh, it's a little crooked, but still, that is still pretty. Look at that. And again, somebody's going to get this, and this is the first thing they do. They start touching the impressions in the card. And they're going to think that you did that calligraphy. They're going to want to know, did you do that? Did you draw that? Did you write that? All right, I know I've been talking a lot here, so let me get through these last couple plates here. So we did congratulations, we did happy birthday, we did hello. Nancy needs to stop talking and go a little faster. I know you guys like watching the process here, so we are going to get to miss you now. Miss you is always a great one, because who doesn't love a miss you card? Somebody across the miles just getting a handmade card from you. And then they open it and it says miss you. Again, let's see here, just this background plate. That would fit. This has a, oh yeah, that's not going to fit. But you do this and you cut this out with a die. There's so many beautiful Spellbinders dies. You can cut that out. Beautiful scallop die around that. Let's do that. Miss you. Reminds me of that Lisa Loeb song. 'Cause I miss you. Okay, I'm showing my age now. Into French blue. Reminds me of a meme I saw the other day, a video, and this French guy said, I went on my first date with a American girl, Kimberly, and he said, it did not go well. Kimberly told me she does not do gluten. Are you kidding me, Kimberly? My whole life is gluten. Baguettes are gluten. Croissant is gluten. And then he goes, and then Kimberly tells me she does not drink. Kimberly, my life is gluten and wine. I'm sorry, Kimberly, but I had to leave. And he said he snuck out of the restaurant. It was kind of funny. All right. I'm going to try to get through these last couple so you guys can see how beautiful they are. Again, these are available at Spellbinders. If you are enjoying my demonstration of them, please give me a thumbs up. Oh, this is the French blue, which just reminds me of a beautiful periwinkle. And again, this paper is a soft watercolor paper, so you can easily stamp on this. If you are somebody who does like to hand draw, you can hand draw on this, but I like stamping. You can certainly leave it like this. It's so pretty. The only thing I don't recommend is foiling on it. It is not a good paper for foiling on. It is a super soft paper. You can color on this. You can stamp on it. You can marker over it. All right, that is enough for that one. Let's move on to the next one. We only have a couple more left. You can mix and match your letterpress plates. Again, mix and match your inks. If you have not tried the Lisa Horton Interference inks, oh, they are stunning because they are super shimmery inks. We're going to go this way. This is the Thinking of You. I like showing, other than the congratulations, all of these can go either way, landscape or horizontally. The congratulations is kind of big, but good for you guys who like to do the 5x7 size cards. And I can just make a whole bunch of these and have them ready to go and slap them on card fronts, keep them in my car, keep them in my purse, and whatever. Okay, Thinking of You, I'm going to go a little more muted because I feel like if I'm thinking of somebody, I need to be, you know, it's probably maybe a little more somber time. Let's go Garnet. A little bit softer of a color. No, Garnet will work. Garnet's kind of a darker pink muted color. Almost like a berry color. And I only pulled out one of my Betterpress background plates. I have so many of them. The new release from Yana Smakula, stunning. Well, Yana always does stunning releases, but you can use these with your stamped images. You can use them with background papers. Don't just be limited by what you see me doing here. Oh, look how pretty that is. And since I took that shim out, I'm not ripping my paper anymore. So if you have paper ripping, you have too many shims, take the shims out. No impression in the back there. Beautiful color. Okay, last but not least, I think Thank You is probably going to be, Thank You and Happy Birthday are the two that I think are probably going to be the most popular ones. Thank You and Happy Birthday are the two that I think most people are going to grab. Thank you. And let's do Wild Berry for that one. Matches my sneakers. My favorite color. Oh, I love that one. Save the best one for last. Okay, again, these are the new Betterpress plates available now over at Spellbinders, Scrapbook.com. I will put the links down below. They were designed, again, by Anthony Scribe. He is a world-renowned calligrapher for Spellbinders. You probably have seen the stamps and previous Glimmer plates over at Spellbinders. So the designs are not new, but now they have carried over into the Betterpress system, and you can use these in the Glimmer system. So now you can Betterpress them and Glimmer them. So here is the Thank You. Oh God, that is so beautiful. Here is the Miss You. And the new inks, if you didn't get the new inks, they are available as well. Here is the Thinking of You. Here is the Hello. I think you can get the bundle as well. I will check and link that. Here is the happy birthday. And here is the congratulations. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that how many there are? 1, 2. Oh, I feel like I'm missing one. Where's Get Well? Where did Get Well go to? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there a Get? Am I missing things? Miss you. Hello. Thinking of you. Happy birthday. Congratulations. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's only 6. There's no Get Well. Okay, I'm just imagining things then. Okay, so there are 6. Go check them out over at Spellbinders. I will put a link down below. I would appreciate it if you guys supported me by using my Spellbinders link. There is a Spellbinders US, a Spellbinders UK. I will also put any other retailers such as Scrapbook.com and anyone else that I can help you guys out with. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up before you leave. Again, check out the new inks that are also available and the storage tin, and anything else you have questions about, please ask me down below in the comments. Let me know as well. I'm curious. Are you a calligrapher? Have you tried calligraphy in the past? If you missed the last video, I also showed the new monogram Betterpress plates. I love these. They're called Every Occasion Florals. These are also a great way to make a gift for someone. The question I got asked the most was, do these come with dies? The only one that I saw that came with the die is the Every Occasion Floral and Sentiment. This is the ampersand, right? So this is the only one that I saw that came with the dies. The rest of these do not come with dies. So that was a question I was asked. Hopefully I answered some of your most frequently asked Betterpress questions as well. If you have foiling questions, join my group over at Foiling Snobs Club on Facebook. Thanks for watching and keep on better pressing. Bye guys.